Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're making something super delicious. It's one of my favorite recipes. We're making an amazing spicy mac and cheese. Now, this recipe is gooey. It is delicious. It is cheesy. And it is downright amazing. So when you try this recipe out at home, it's gonna be your go-to, mac and cheese recipe. Forget any of that box stuff. You don't want that box stuff. You want something that is amazing, creamy, delicious, and cheesy, and that's exactly what you're gonna get today. So I'm not gonna delay it any further. Let's jump right into our recipe. So for our mac and cheese, the first thing you want to do is take 1 cup of cooked macaroni and add it to a bowl. So I took elbow macaroni and I cooked it for 1 minute less than the recommended amount because it's going to cook later on when we bake our mac and cheese. So next we're going to start cutting the cheese. Yeah, I know how that sounds. So we took about 5 ounces of pepper jack and we're going to cut it into cubes and add it into our pasta. So let's speed this up a little bit so you don't have to watch me cut too much cheese. Next, we took 7 ounces of cheddar cheese, and we're going to use 5 ounces now and 2 later. So similar to the pepper jack, we're going to cut this into small bite-sized cubes, and we're going to add it to our pasta. Once again, let's speed it up until it's done. So now, give our cheese and pasta a quick mix, and then set it aside for use later. Now in another mixing bowl, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of all-purpose flour, 1 pinch of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of mustard powder, 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon of red chili powder or cayenne pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and then 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And finally, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm using garlic salt for some extra flavor, but feel free to use regular salt if that's all you have. Next, we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and then 2/3 cup of half and half, and 2/3 cup of heavy cream. Next, we're gonna add in 1 egg. The egg keeps the dish creamy and it helps kind of act as a binding agent. However, if you are 100% pure vegetarian, you can skip the egg. In the US, we consider egg as vegetarian, hence why it's in there. Next, we're gonna chop 1 small onion into a fine dice. If you wanna learn how to properly dice an onion and reduce your tears, check out our cooking basics video on how to chop onions. It's going to be in the description below. So now add your diced onions into your mixture, and then we're going to whisk until our entire mixture is one uniform mixture and all of the ingredients are well blended. Next, I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of red chili flakes, and once again we're going to whisk. Once our mixture is ready, we're going to add our cheese and pasta from earlier into this mixture. Give it all a nice mix. We want the pasta to be completely coated and for it to start absorbing some of that cream and the seasonings that we've added in there. Once it is all well combined, pour the mixture into an oven-safe bowl. We have preheated our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or about 175 degrees Celsius. However, before we start baking, we're going to take the remaining 2 ounces of cheddar that we had from earlier and we're going to shred it over the top of our mac and cheese. Next, we're going to sprinkle some Parmesan over our dish, and then we're going to bake this for about 35 to 40 minutes. When we get to within 10 minutes of this time, we're going to start working on our bread topping. So for our bread topping, we're going to take 2 to 3 slices of bread. You can use any type of bread that you like. You can use baguettes, you can use white bread, Italian bread, whatever it is that you feel like using. You're going to then cut the bread into bite-sized pieces and then get a pan and put it to about a medium flame, and to that add 1 tablespoon of butter. And then once the butter is completely melted and gets a little bit foamy, you want to add in your bread pieces and cook until the bread is nicely toasted and golden brown. Then after the 35 to 40 minutes have been reached, you're going to take your mac and cheese from the oven, take it out, top it with your bread pieces that we toasted, and then put it back into the oven for another 10 minutes. So after about 10 minutes, we can take our mac and cheese out of the oven and look at that. It looks amazing with the bubbling cheese, the crispy breadcrumbs, and the spicy, delicious gooiness that lies underneath. That's it, guys. I can't wait anymore. I need to eat this. So guys, the time has now come to taste our amazing mac and cheese that we just made. I know it's super hot, but I can't wait anymore. It smells so good. So I'm definitely just gonna dig in right now. Guys, it is so amazing. It is so cheesy, nice and creamy. You get all those spices that I added in there. Amazing. I can't stop eating. So I know you don't want to watch 20 minutes of me eating. So keep on cooking, guys, and try this out for yourself.